Hello and welcome to my first video concerning the future Vox Caverns. This here is just me mucking about with stuff that I've been implementing in Voxel Caverns 4. Don't know why it minimized everything, but it obviously did. You can see there's something different with this TNT texture. As you can see, it's the TNT texture. That was just a TNT texture. I'll use a better one just to show. Maybe one that's got different kind of ends. That one there, 61. I've already done this before. I've made sure it works. Now, before, we used to say that we used to see odd bits there on the side when we were using linear smoothing. As you can see, that actually coincides with the line at the other side. And it does there as well. And it's all smooth. So if I had to loop that, it wouldn't look... Well, you would be able to see the lines because it's a dodgy texture, but you wouldn't see you wouldn't see the gravel texture or that texture on any of the sides. Now we just see it looked true, but this is actually run even so early. We have an advanced texture loader implemented, a shader manager implemented, and OpenGL implementation, of course. And I've created this. It's a array texture. It's a texture array. It's GL texture 2D array. I tried 3D textures because I couldn't be bothered to implement shaders at the time, but that just ended up with some mix of big textures before and afterwards. So we're using a pretty damn advanced new texture loader, using all the new features of itself. As you can see, if we look at the texture, we've got block underscore sheet, and it then has 3 numbers on the end. 256 underscore 0 underscore 0. 256 is the number of sprites on the sheet. Of course, you can see we have 256 different possible places where I can put sprites on this here. Now 0 is the array index of the text sheet. Now sprites are stored in individual positions in the array. So if you got any number that isn't 1 here, like I've got 256, then if I add another texture sheet, then it will go in at 256. And if I add another one after that, it will go in at 512. So this basically allows me to add just tons, a unlimited amount of block textures, which is really one of the limiting things that I had with Vox Caverns 3. Was the disability to be able to use texture arrays. And of course the last naught is the same kind of thing you had on the old one. Where's the texture? We don't really see it, but I can put... I've done it there somewhere. But I can put... if I've put a 1 on the end of that, I would just simplify that the second frame. Now 0 tells me it's the first frame, so making one that's got a 1 instead of 0 on that third number would make it the first frame, which would make it animated. So what we're going to do now is we are going to continue our testing on, say, a nice awesome block. You can have a look at the leaves, see what they're like in smooth linearness. So this leaf is 6, so it's 16 times 7 here, plus 6, gets us 118. If you've been following through on your calculator, I have a new Kaizo FX-991 ES Plus here to help me. And it tells me the answer is 118. So this should probably show up as our leaf texture we just viewed, yes? And it does look a bit odd at the sides. Now, why would it look odd at the sides? It's simple, actually. Very simple. There's a blue texture behind us, and the sides are losing their alpha, I think. Yep. They are going down, gradually decrementing in alpha, as we can see here. So that's green, and that goes blue, and then that's fully blue. This is 4 times larger than the actual texture. Because if I did it exactly the same size, there would be nothing to talk about. Which is why it's 4 times larger. It's 512, and that's 128. But the textures themselves store 128. And also, I haven't tested yet, but I wonder what textures like sand would look like. Or stone, actually. Stone's a good texture. Stone is just a simple 14. 14. Just start. We can see that our new stone look a bit like that. So you can obviously see the effects of smoothing, so it's debatable whether they'll look any better with it or without. But I have got plans to allow some textures not to use this. Because if you have a look at shaders, they have sampler 2Ds or whatever to store textures. Now they can store up to 8 textures. I can have another texture bound to the second texture. Minor distraction. So let's build a... What I'm planning to do is actually just a little test. I can't be bothered to fully implement the keyboard, which is what I'd probably do if I wasn't in this video. But since I am in this video, I'm just going to cut a few corners and just make it so pressing the right arrow key increments texture, left decrements texture, up changes it down by 16, and down changes it up by 16. So effectively, a bit like if I'm on this texture here, so the rail, and I go right, I come to that. Left, I would come to that. Up, I'd come to that. Down, I'd come to that. But if I'm here, I would immediately go to there. And if I press down, I'd go to there. And if I'm here and I press up, it would just take me there. So I'm back, and we have built this thing in. I'm going to cycle through these textures. Got that old, that's an old texture. So brick texture, mob spawner texture not used. Window texture from a door. That's the outer bit, that's the inner bit. Multi-texture, of course. Old door bit up there showing, so this probably won't be able to be a multi-texture, but I could. And what I might do actually is make it so that they're not quite at the edge in the actual game. Which will basically allow, so it won't do that. Not quite at the edge. Stop rail, stop rail. Rail curve. Yay, rail curve. Rail ladder. That's actually the ladder texture. That's colorized. Quite a few of my textures are colorized, like the pipe one, and don't know what that is. I honestly cannot remember what that one is. There they are. Probably have a logical explanation. Oh, I remember now. These are Voxel Caverns 2D torch bars. So I can probably clear all those. That one looks quite nice. Oh yeah, that's good. Good. So I'll probably add another variable, whether they want to be trimmed slightly or whether they want to go all the way to the edge. That one's seamless. Mushroom. It comes out of the top. Brown mushroom. Red mushroom. I think the green one looks quite nice. That's reeds. That's cactus. Tools. Different types of brick, pipe, torch, and as you can see, we're there. So we're probably just about to move on to that brick. Yep. Oh, skipped it. TNT. Flower top. Flower bottom. The hell's that? It's got those weird bits on it as well. It doesn't show up like that though, it just shows up like this. But obviously I've already missed something. I never realised that. But yeah. That's actually 32 transparency. I never actually realised that, but he just pointed it out for me. Didn't realise that at all. Cactus, more cactus. Yeah, cactus is below. Or that's gem. Or bookshelf. That's with the magic book. Oh, flicking between normal book and magic book. Oh, skeleton head, skull, that is. Don't know what that is. That's an old obsidian texture. So it might be the camera, I'm not sure. Sun looks pretty good actually, like that. Yep, certainly good. Grass, sandstone, obsidian. That's obsidian, yeah. Lava, water, old water probably. Lava. Yeah, that magma. No, magma uses the water texture now. Or stuff. Old background dirt. Old stone background probably. Glass. Glass side. And dirt. And glass. So here's this 255, that's 254. You can just go for all the textures and pressing. Oh, saw something. Oh, that's probably just. Oh, I know that what it is. Yeah, because I did that mistake. Probably got. Actually, no, that would skip on. Wonder where we are now. Oh, there we go. RDX. Torch. Hellish cobble. Grass growing. As you can see. It does kind of look like growing. Now just kind of darkness again. Oh, wood. See the inside of wood logs. Wood. 6, 7, 8. Now it's be 9. Oh, you see we've got the hanging bits on that texture. It's just literally just going through all the textures in one video. Saplings. Now onto the normal textures like this and that and that. Go back here again. We can go up as well. Just showing what I've got on this. Using this I can probably determine that we're actually looking down. God damn it. Anyway, this video is probably very longly dragged on. Probably that one. So I'm going to stop it right there.